G'day everybody, it's Matt Dorn from Lawn Porn. Get your lawn on. Welcome to Lawn Porn Live, a live stream about lawns and how to get a good one. And look, a quick little impromptu episode. I'm back home finally after being like 6 weeks away, and it's just been amazing. Look, I'll get the chat up, see if anybody's around. Just give me one moment. We'll get that up and running. Okay. Transition. All right, it's there. So I'll just check that it's working. And hey, let me know that you can hear me and you can see me in the comments. That'd be fantastic. I am home, which is just bloody awesome in my opinion. And a real long time away, but you know, unfortunately, I still don't get to be with my family. I have to be self-isolated. So the family's moved out, and they're down at Wyler. But look, we're hoping that my test will come back negative for COVID. It's very unlikely that I've got it, but and done and dusted. Should know by late Monday is what they're telling me. So that will mean that I'll be able to have the family back home. So the story is basically, I'm a little bit crook, and because the symptoms are the same, is why I had to have the test. It was on my last day of doing stuff up north, so I've come back down, and I got to admit, it was just a really tough trip, just soul destroying actually. It was really hard, and really affected me mentally. It was definitely fantastic that people were just messaging me and getting in contact with me. Some people who know the situation just go along and just message their support and saying hi and stuff like that. It's fantastic. Okay, I'm just going to set myself up here now. I finally worked out like how to use my Canon 800D camera and get a clean feed out of it. It's something called Cam Live and Cam Twist, two programs sort of like feeding into each other, so I don't have to use a capture card. But the cool thing about that is that I get the autofocus stuff. But look, I had it working as a test run today, and it was really good. But now I've up and loaded the programs again, and I've gone through all the settings and everything. I think I'm looking a little bit pixelated or something. Maybe it's just the feed. Anyway, we'll get to the hellos. What I'll do is I'll just do the pop-out chat on a big screen. And many thanks to Matt Rikes. He was ringing me almost every day just for 5 minutes just to say, hey, how you going? I know it's tough and everything like that. And, I just really appreciated that, Matt. Thank you. And I was talking to him last night, and I've got my laptop here, which is what I'm doing the live stream on, and I've also got like a small Dell monitor. It was only like $300, so. And I was mirroring them the whole time, and he's like, "Oh, you don't have to mirror them; you can run them side by side." And it was just it's changed my life already. Thanks, Matt. So anyway, I'll have a quick look at the who's saying g'day. Hello, Caleb and Nathan Ball. Thanks for the amazing tips. And I've got a nice green long now. It's probably lawn, I think is going. G'day, Nath Will 78, Tony Chiles. G'day, Spotty Chook. Hi, Matt Birdo 19. Hey, Matt from Ballarat. Yeah, it's it's a little bit cold here actually. So I imagine it'd be nice and chilly in Melbourne. And where I was staying, one of the channels that I had on the TV was the Melbourne news. So it was interesting seeing a different news and then swapping over to like Queensland for another news. It was certainly different to the news we get in SA. So. Hi Matt, sounding all good. Thank you. We got you. Thank you. So can hear, no problems. Hey, sexy legs, Nathan Aussie, and Destination Pro Tour. Nice work on the ABC Brisbane yesterday, defending Lawns of Australia uh, against some not jobs who want to eliminate grass. Yeah, look, if you have a subscription or have just bought like Australian Geographic magazine, I was interviewed by a lass by the name of Jessica Muddett, and it was about lawns and really, do they have a place? Are they environmentally friendly? Are they, are they more detriment than good? We all know uh, the good things about lawns, like it cools the area of your house down. It looks good. But there's that crowd that say, well, it sucks so much water, chemicals, pesticides, herbicides, etc. Da 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 da. And I got asked to be part of that article, and I was just thinking, am I getting set up here? Because Australian Geographic, it's a lot of people that are concerned about the environment and everything like that. But look, it was all good, and I put my point of view, and you got to look and listen to other people's points of view as well. And look, I just said, look, there's a balance, and one thing mostly that I go on about a lot is that in Australia we have a temperate climate. We have very hot summers, mild winters. Warm season grasses are just fantastic for that, especially things like Tiff Tuff and Cooch and stuff like that. It's very drought tolerant. We promote deep watering once a week. And in the wintertime obviously less. That's to get the roots to go down more into the surface where the water's deeper, and it becomes a much more efficient plant, and you lose less water due to evaporation, everything like that. And I just said, look, a lot of the equipment that we're using for lawns is really changing. The smoky petrol mower, well, that's sort of a thing of the past, really, and pretty much a misconception, especially with the petrol engines that are coming out these days. Are very efficient, very clean. Yes, they do use a bit of fuel, but so does your car. And then you go down to items like the battery stuff, and that's why we're really keen on the ego stuff. And Honda are going to be sending me their electric gear soon, so that's going to be very interesting. So there's there was an example that Jessica found that Jerry Colby Williams, he's on the Gardening Australia. He's got a solar powered mower, so it's even better. So it's. I think once you get on top of your lawn and get it nice and thick and lush, it's not hard to have something that's sufficient, and it's not destroying the environment. In fact, it's doing more good. It's providing more oxygen. And if you get there's been some studies that if you have a whole heap of houses around each other and they're all green and everything, with lawns and that, and you find that the whole area just like cools down quite a bit. So anyway, if you've got any questions, chuck them up. I know this is a little bit impromptu, and sorry to be using you guys as guinea pigs testing my setup, but I've swapped my studio around, and I've got the background there, and it's a bit better, hopefully. But look, I've got to work on a background image to make that writing that's coming up a little bit better, and I'll do that. I know what the problem is. I've got the image thing, but I've got my hard drive in my bag still from my move. Look, sorry I didn't do too many live streams when I was up north. The internet was crazy, not good. And it was it was just me and the laptop in a pretty dark, danky room. Like, the room's decent, don't get me wrong, but it just wasn't really quite the setup. And look, I've got like 3 lights here. I've got the DSLR set up. I've got this fancy mic, and hopefully got all that set up really, really well. All right, let's have a look. Okay. G'day, Brandon Jules. Hey, sponsored by Lawn Porn. All good. Complaining about the cold weather in Brisbane on our private chat sort of thing. And I was speaking about private chats. Me, Sam Zazzolo, Elliot Yo, and Luke Harrison from MoMaster. We've got our own personal little chat, and I just wanted to give a shout out to Elliot Yo. He's obviously going to have his life completely upended. Hasn't played much footy, obviously, and look, I've got to admit, I don't know what the current update is on the AFL and what's happening there, but just hope that it all works out soon and they can get playing soon. And I'm chewing at the bit for a bit of footy myself, but everything's headed in the right direction. Look, SA, we've had 17 days straight of no COVID cases, so it's all headed in the right direction, and hopefully life gets back to normal soon. All right, are you going to do a giveaway? Well, we can if you want. We'll do a little one. How many people are watching? 5 viewers. I got 5 viewers. All right, cool. Maybe I might leave it for another night, mate. Just the boys. Simply, just I've just got back home, and I'm just basically doing a quick little impromptu. I will look at getting the live streams happening on a Sunday night again properly, and that way, it's all tickety boo, and I can keep to a schedule. The good thing is that I am going to be at home for good now, so that's just is amazing for me, totally, and I just can't wait to get into a routine. Just quickly, my lawn is looking a bit shabby. Quite a few weeds have come up in the last 10 days since I've been away. Some crow's foot grass has come up as well. It's going to be a battle. It's certainly a massive mud pie at the moment. And, I've had a few people say to me, why don't you go for rye? Well, I could have done rye and made all the, what I call the mud pie bits look good, and would have striped up and everything like that. But it just uses so much water and quite a bit of extra fertilizer. Just keep cool grass going. And look, we're talking in an area, Port Augusta, which is an arid, fairly warm area usually. So it's not, it would work, but I don't need it that bad to look good straight away. So that's why I'm taking the angle that I'm taking. I know that the next 3 months are going to be, not much is really going to happen. But in the meantime, I'll be able to design up my irrigation, and I'll work with Reese Irrigation for that one. And get my plans going. You might remember some of the videos that I did on Buffalo last year at my mate's place. Well, they're just around the corner from me, so they're pretty keen to get their irrigation as well. So we'll do 2 irrigation jobs, and if we've got the permission from them to film at their place, we might do that. I don't think that'll be a problem. So more good stuff happening. Apart from fungus, isn't grass one of the best types of plants to sequester carbon dioxide? It's pretty environmentally friendly to me. Yeah, it is. I read a study, and I don't know how accurate it is, and of course I haven't got the data myself to do it and say that this is like 100% true. But I have read it in a few articles that an area of lawn will produce more, will process more carbon dioxide and turn it into oxygen than an area of rainforest, and I thought that was quite interesting. So, but like I said, I don't know how valid that is, but at least we do know that it has that cooling effect around the house. Another thing as well, like they went into the artificial grass stuff a little bit, and just don't get artificial grass. And another reason for that is, like, okay, you put it down, your ground is going to be so much hotter around your house for one, but hear reports like 7, 8, 10 years. 10 years seems to be the go. Is that your foundations of your house can really crack, and that's going to be a world of hurt, obviously. So Uh, Hello, old chap, Ben Datson. Hey, how you going, buddy? Um, have you heard or used a product called Sarsil? No, I haven't. I don't know what it is. Just picked up a Laura cylinder mower, 24 inch, in the process of doing a full resto, ready for spring. And that's the cool thing, Nathan Aussie. That's a lot of fun to do. I'm not a technical person myself, and you got the Scott Bonner registration. You almost have to register them. They cost as much as a car these days. Um, uh, uh, Renovation group, Scott Bonner Renovations Group, and they've got lots of handy tips. I mean, I know that's Scott Bonner and that's Alora, but anyway, I did do a little bit, obviously doing that groomer. I did a couple of years ago. I did have some help with that, and I don't have the tools and everything and like that. But what I was getting to, my point is that warm season grasses, you don't have to mow them so much now, and it's really starting to turn off fairly quickly. My lawn hasn't grown much, obviously. It does need a trim, but I suspect after that I won't be cutting it for at least 3 weeks. And anyway, my point, and I am yabbering, sorry, is that with your cool season, with your warm season grasses, you've got this time of winter when it isn't growing, isn't doing much, that you can go out, service your equipment, fix up any issues, sharpen your blades, or get new equipment. So it gives you that bit of the break. So. Okay. Showing 18 to 22 viewers on YouTube with a smile. Okay, well that's good. I might be on an old screen. It still says for me 5 concurrent viewers. Okay, maybe I might have to look at that. I've got something going on there. All right. Hey Matt from Craig Werner. How long can you mow Kikuyu? Kikuyu will like. How low? Sorry, I've misread that. How low can you mow Kikuyu? The lowest, and the lower you go with Kikuyu, the harder it gets to do. Um, is around about 15 mil. I'm pretty sure that there's probably some other people that go that little bit harder, but do realise that Kikuyu grows quite aggressively from the stolen, so the above ground runners, and they cross over each other. So it's hard to keep that sort of like almost like single level of the runners not crossing over each other and making height. So it's a fair bit of work because when they start crossing over, thatch will build up fairly quickly, and Kikuyu thatch can be like this bloody thick and it will still survive. It's you can put a nuclear bomb on it and it will still survive. So what my suggestion is, and if you're chasing the low mow of any grass, is get there slowly. Uh, Obviously, your spring renovation right through to the summer, late summer, early autumn, even. You can have a crack at with your Cooch, Kikuyu, Buffalo Zoysias, not Buffalo, sorry, not Buffalo. I'll just go back and say Cooch, Kikuyu, and Zoysia, is that you can just mow it down to absolutely nothing and it'll come back up if it's still done during an active growing time, spring, summer, early autumn. And you get a refresh and a restart, and then you can start training it low straight from the get-go. So there's that way as well. The other way that I was pertaining to earlier, going at it little bit by little bit, is that say you've got it there and you've obviously got a thatch layer of some sort, because that naturally happens with those grasses anyway, that you just get there bit by bit. And then when you start, scalping, you're probably thinking, well, I'm a bit too low. Now, if the lawn is very spongy, then it's the thatch, and that's doing that. And you've got a couple of options, like do a renovation, or get a thatch rake or some other thatch, like do a verticut or a groom to pull out that thatch and then let it grow in a bit, and then and then mow it again, and see how you go. But look, obviously, the real beauty of spring and summer is that you can do a renovation if you need to. Okay, like I got caught out one time. I had it nice and low. I went away up to Mimley for a week, and well, not a week, 2 weeks, and it was 45 degrees for those 2 weeks down at Wyler. This is my Wyler house. And the missus at the time just went, "Oh, I'll just put water on it every day." It grew to about almost like a half a metre long, and it just meant that, oh wow, I'm going to have to just do a renovation because it just went all brown as soon as I mowed it. So okay. I might have sort of answered your question in my yabba there, Gordon. Daniel Gordon, sorry. Yeah, Ben's done 9 to 10 mil on the Kaiki, and look, you can, but it's like it's like it's like my Santa Ana Cooch. Early spring, I'm down at 5 mil, and look, I could maintain or try and maintain 5 mil for the whole year if I really wanted to, and that is just a lot of work. A lot of grooming when she starts really actively growing, a lot of cutting. So it's also a case of it's a lot of how do I explain this? It's a lot of work in very simple terms. And look, I personally think as well that the grass will look in the summertime just looks better, just that little bit longer. It brings out that deep green. Look, the lines come up a little bit better. So in the summertime, I'm coming up 8 to 10 mil. Usually, I just mucked around with my Tiff Tuff quite a bit, doing golf green, which was fairly easy. But I'm there for the look more than the trying to have a functional putting green. So, and I found, especially with the Tiff Tuff, that 8 to 10 mil in the summertime, Mickey Mouse. Look, that's my personal preference. I could have gone at it, kept it 5 mil the whole time, and I have a video called the top 3 tips for the Lomo. You should check that out. It's about using a cylinder mower, obviously, using a product called plant growth regulator, and grooming, which is vertically cutting the grass, and that removes a little bit of thatch. But the whole thing about grooming is, in very, very simple terms, you're thinning it out to thicken it up. You're thinning out the lateral runners that can cross over each other and start building up layers. You're cutting into the crown of the plant, and when you cut into the crown of the plant, you create more growing points. So, yeah, you're thinning it out. You're cutting your laterals. You're cutting into the crown. You're taking out that little bit of thatch as well, and so you're thinning it out. You're letting the air get in there, and with your care and use of plant growth regulator, promoting lateral growth, it'll thicken up again, and and then you start getting that real uniform look. So check that video out. That's the top 3 tips for the Lomo. You'll see that on my homepage at Lawn Care Tips. All right. Have you got your audio set to mono? Yeah, I do. Is it coming out of one side, is it? Probably is, yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Nice and clear audio, but get left channel also too. All right, so I've got a problem there. Thanks, guys. I'll have to try and sort that one out. Sorry about that. Okay, I really appreciate that. Yeah, all right. Frio's Frio's finest and Seb Sharp. Thanks for that. I super appreciate that. Send me an email, matt@lawnpornonline.com, with your proper name, address, and obviously I'll get your email and your phone number, and I'll send you a bottle of charger each for really helping me out there. I super appreciate that. So I hope you're still around. I haven't yabbered too long and made it too boring for you. Thanks for the info. 28 viewers now. Grooming is a dodgy word, Matt. That's because Ben's got Kaikuya. Look, thanks for letting me hopefully entertain you tonight. And thanks for being my guinea pigs. Frio's Finest and Seb Sharp, make sure you do send me a email, and I'll send you out some charger, because I really appreciate that. That's only gone into my audio's only gone into one channel. 28 viewers now. That's cool. All right, just got one last question here. I will keep it at that. I'm supposed to be resting up. I'm sick, believe it or not. And hey, mate, had my tiff taff put in about 3 weeks ago. Not ideal. Geez, but this stuff is already digging roots in. Yeah, look, not ideal at this time. Obviously, you're right. And I think the rhizome activity of tiff tuff is just amazing. It just gets it roots into the ground straight away. So I put mine. When did I put mine in? End of summer last year, and it just I was mowing within a week and a bit, if I remember rightly, or maybe 2 weeks. But she just took off. Just need to top spread final level. Super excited for the sun and heat. Yeah, well. We all are, and that's about 3 months away, and probably about 3 weeks away if you're in Queensland. Lucky buggers. All right. Oh, can't help myself. Joe, haven't been able to get charger at local Reese. All right, so just to let you guys know, if you're having trouble with any of the products, and look, it's all out of my hands in the sense of who grabs what. So if Reese haven't got charger, it's totally available. They can just go order it from Amgrow, but I suppose the stores, don't keep a keen eye on everything that goes on with lawn porn and new products and all that, and we do the best to tell them and everything, but it's an email, and then it's like, they probably just look at the email and just go, whatever, delete and move on, because they're busy with their business. But if you're having any trouble with any products, you can go to toolroom.com.au. You can go to mitre10.com.au. You can go to homehardware.com.au. You can go to Amazon. We just came up in Amazon. Mind you, the products were up on Amazon. There was quite a amount of products from what I've been told. It's not me that's put it in there, by the way. They put quite a lot of products to Amazon. I think that's how the way it works anyway. And as soon as I put it up, it sold out. A lot of the products sold out within 2 hours. So there's more on the way there, and it'll be rock and roll. But look, try those options. My new website that I'm working on at the moment, that'll have like a whole heap of options for you to go by it. And if you notice in the video that I dropped the other day, there is a New Zealand link. So it is happening. It would have happened by now if it wasn't for COVID, but it is what it is. And we're looking to be in New Zealand next spring. All right, Luco, how did the Allet C24 cylinder mower go versus the Swordman, versus the Mowmaster and the Swordman Edwin, sorry. Yes. Look, the Allet C24, just amazing. It really is amazing. Obviously, I didn't use the cartridges because they didn't have any. They just sent me the mower with the 10 blade cylinder in it. And look, you can see by the video of it. I've got a video. Just type in Allet C24. It's amazing. I would have liked to have tried the C20, which is the 20-inch, because really that C24 was a little bit big for my area, and look, it was heavy. It was a monster. The Mowmaster is in the same quality league. It's nice and heavy as well. Obviously, the Mowmaster I've got a 22, not a 24. Um, I've only used it a couple of times, and that's an 8 blade, just as anybody would buy it. In you can get options there. You can get groove rollers, and you can get more blade cylinders and all that. Obviously, the MoMaster doesn't do cartridges. You just, I mean, I suppose you could make up a groomer and a verticutter for it if you really wanted to, but that would be a hard task to change because it's just a mower. The MoMaster is amazing. The thing I like about it is over the Allet is that it's just the same as the Scotty. Engage the reel and go forward. With one lever. Gone. Where the Allet look, and that's Allet's a $12,000 mower compared to the MoMaster, which is a $4,000 mower. Um, uh, Pressing, the 2 gauge thing, uh, the lever at the back, the lever at the front. I I wasn't a huge fan of that, but I didn't really get to muck around with it much. Look, I it's more that a bigger area sort of thing, and I'm sure it wouldn't bother me. But I was dealing with a 60 meter square yard of an irregular shape. This is my other Port Augusta house. That wow. As soon as I got started, I had to stop, sort of thing. So I'm sure I would have enjoyed it more if I was had a little bit bigger yard and a bit more time to play with it. Mind you, ADE Turf, and I went and met them before I got it over in Victoria. Fantastic company. If you're looking for your blades to be sharpened, that's the place to go in Victoria. But chat with the guys are great, and where was I going with this now? I've lost my point of view. I've lost my point that I was going to say. But anyway, oh yeah, that's right. They offered it to me longer, but that was when all this COVID stuff started happening, and I was concerned that I was going to be in a situation where I couldn't get it back to them. Because I'm in SA there in Victoria, so that's why I sort of said, well, look, I'll get it back to you straight away. I did basically the one cut, shot the vid, and then sent it back straight away before all the borders shut, which they sort of did. But freight's still going, but I didn't know that at the time. And look, they said to me, look, you could keep it for a month or something, or sure, it'll be fine. And yeah, that's cool, but that old place, somebody moved into that, so I couldn't use that anymore. My new lawn isn't really going to be in any condition for the next 3 or 4 months to use something like that. And yeah, so there wasn't much point really keeping it. Same thing with the MoMaster. I was quite happy to have that over at Sam's, and I was going to give it to Elliot Yeo for a lend. But the COVID stuff happening, I was in a little bit, oh shit, am I not going to get this, mower anytime soon? So I got it over because I wanted to do that first impressions video for Luke at MoMaster, and although that was bought, that one. But now, okay, so getting back to your question, I'm yabbering, sorry. And the Swordman, is fun to use. It's very lightweight. It's a domestic mower. It's not going to have the longevity of the other two mowers. However, the cartridges and everything, fantastic. The way it's designed as well, in the fact that as you're mowing on your right hand side, you can go right to the edge and not have the frame sort of get stuck on edging like pavers or concrete or something like that. I think is a real plus too. I don't really associate with Swordman anymore. That's a long story. I'll leave it at that. And but the basic thing was of it. They'd made me another mower, and I just didn't want the strings that came attached with using it. There's plenty of YouTubers that have got the Swordmans, and Swordman keeps supplying it. It's a really, really good thing to do, but I wanted to try other things because not everybody is in that league. So, out of those three, for me, in my situation, the Mowmaster would be my pick. The Allet would be a very close second. Um, if I had a, it's an extra $8,000. So, I just imagine the good equipment that you could get for 8 grand. So, all right, hi, Big Wheels from Ben Datsun. How do I keep my Kikuyu green? Quick answer, Tom. Don't grow it in hard ground. You'll need to aerate your ground. You'll need to water properly. Deep, infrequent waterings, and some fertilizer to get along. Check out lawnpornonline.com.au. We've got programs to help you out. Okay, Matt. Thanks for the videos. Keep them up. ADE are great to deal with. Yep, they are. All right, so look, I'll leave it at that. I have totally yabbered, and sorry about that. Okay, Frio's finest, Seb Sharp. Send an email at matt@lawnpornonline.com.au to claim your bottles of charger. And thanks a lot, everybody. I'll leave it at that. Get your lawn on.